Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. In the heights, I with the lights and start my day.
In the Heights, new HBO Max simultaneous in theaters release based off of the very famous Lin-Manuel Miranda Broadway play. The film stars Anthony Ramos, Melissa Barrera, Leslie Grace, Corey Hawkins, Jimmy Smits, Gregory Diaz the fourth, and takes place in Washington Heights in New York. As our main character, played by Ramos, has a dream of opening up a place in Puerto Rico as all of his clashes come together, the community itself, his best friends, and possibly finding his true love. This film is 2 hours and 23 minutes and is PG-13. My name is Ashley. Welcome back to his brand new movie. It's one of my most highly anticipated films of the entire year, In the Heights, which I've seen some of the play. I can't wait to talk about you guys in non-spoiler fashion. So before we start with the review, please leave a like, guys. That's the best way to support this YouTube channel at the moment. Also, please comment down below your thoughts. First of all, if you've already seen the film, tell me, did you see it in theaters or on HBO Max? Did you already see the play? If you have not seen the play at all and just coming to this as blind as possible, and tell me, will you check this one out this weekend in theaters or on HBO Max? Also, please subscribe. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, a box office breakdown show, many other things, movie rankings, all of that stuff on my channel. So please consider subscribing, ring the bell to be notified when these videos drop on the channel. Without further ado, let's get into my non-spoiler thoughts on In the Heights. So as I said, I knew a lot of the songs from the play. I've seen bits and pieces of the actual play. So I was very excited to see how they would transform this. John M. Chu is the director of the film, who I believe is criminally underrated. Obviously, you've seen all the publicity, promotion for the film that he directed. Crazy Rich Asians. He's directed Now You See Me Too, and he's directed a lot of other things, but he's just a very underrated director, and this is definitely his best directed movie of his career. Obviously, the songs are going to be in here, guys. Again, it's based off of Broadway. Most of the movie is songs. Probably 75% of the movie to 80% is pure music, which for a lot of people that's going to be a good thing. For not people, it'll be a bad thing. I'm here to give what the movie's giving me, and I'm going to rate it off of that. Overall, I had such a fun time. This has definitely been one of my most fun or happy experiences at the theater all year. I couldn't take the smile really off my face throughout the entire film. It's a really positive film, has a lot of really deep messages, and it really shows off the culture of Hispanics and Dominicans and all sorts. And it really does a great job of giving every point of view in the situation, really where the country is, and the way they talk about immigrants or undocumented immigrants and Hispanics or Latinos moving into the country and what their dream is and the dreamers. They really have given all these different perspectives all in this one tight-knit community called Washington Heights in the New York area. And the film is so vibrant, so colorful, and you really feel the culture. I'm not sure if any film that tackles Hispanic culture will ever top this film, the way it handles culture, the way it handles colors, traditions, all that type of stuff. It's so well done in the movie. As I said, the film has a lot of energy. Now, there's a point where the film does take a bit of a dramatic take in really the second act, transitioning to the third act. There's a bit of a stop in the energy, and we have to be serious for a minute. For the rest of the movie, though, now, yes, the rest of the movie is serious. It's very high energy. You're laughing with the characters, and you're really rooting for basically all of the characters, in my opinion, in the entire film. I find myself liking basically all of our main contributors in the entire film, and that starts with Anthony Ramos, who, well, obviously this is a pretty big role for him, coming from Hamilton. He's been in some movies. He was in Godzilla King of Monsters. He was in A Star is Born, but in very, very limited. This is his first big role. And even in Hamilton, it's not a big role at all. So it was interesting to see he would be put in. Obviously, this was Lin's character from the play, and he is spectacular in the movie. I think he's a bona fide movie star. I do believe he should be getting booked for tons of things, not just singing. He's a really good actor, and he has some really touching dramatic scenes in the third act with multiple characters, with Melissa Barrera's character, with Gregory Diaz's character, and a lot with Olga Meredith's character, the abuela, the grandmother of everyone in the film, the grandmother, quote unquote. And he's really energetic in the film. You really deeply care about his character, his motive about wanting to go off to Puerto Rico and start this new life. It makes total sense. But then you have all these things accompanying him. His best friend is played by Corey Hawkins, who I saw from Straight Outta Compton. He was excellent in the film, and his chemistry with both Leslie Grace in the film who plays Nina and Nina's dad, played by Jimmy Smits. Those three are pretty much a three-way right there, and they are excellent all together. Each have their own different dynamics with each other, but it really works all together. Again, the whole cast, very like a play. It feels like the cast really cares about this movie, that they all had so much fun making the movie, and these people do like each other in real life. You can really feel that with the film. Again, all of the cast is great. Melissa Barrera, Leslie Grace give really good performances as the two main women in the film. Corey Hawkins is a good side piece in the film. Gregory Diaz has some amazing raps in the film, especially on the 96,000 song and in the last song of the movie. He does a great job rapping as well, which was really impressive to see. Nice to see Jimmy Smits in the movie. He's excellent in the film. Lin-Manuel Miranda's in the film, but his character doesn't really add anything at all to the story other than it's just Lin's in the movie. And Lin is a producer. Obviously, this is his story, and he's a composer of the movie, about all the songs. So this is very much a Lin-Manuel Miranda film. But he is in the film, but not for a long time. So if you're expecting a lot of him, he is promoted in the trailers. He isn't in the movie that much. He really has 2 or 3 scenes at the most in the entire film. But again, the cast is really great, where they show off the culture. And I did care really about every different storyline because it had its each unique take. Anthony Ramos has a completely different story than Gregory Diaz. I won't reveal what happens to Gregory Diaz's character, but he has a very interesting way to fit into the story. One of my favorite parts of the movie was Nina's character, who's played by Leslie Grace, how she went to Stanford, and the fact that in her feeling to make it just to graduate high schools in the accomplishment, to go off to Stanford and then come back and just not want it, how responsibility on the community bears on her, how everyone really looked up to her, and the responsibility she has of if staying there is a good idea or not. And there was some reveals about why she would not want to stay there. And you really understand her character as well, really throughout the entire film, which I thought was really well done. That added her to her romance with Corey Hawkins as Benny's character. They have a great romance. Again, Jimmy Smits runs a business, and he's selling stuff just so she can go to college. And this is Corey Hawkins' life, is this business, and how even if the power goes out, he still wants to work on the job. It's really, the storytelling really is spectacular in the film. And also, of course, the songs are really good. I know the first 8 minutes are available on YouTube. If you haven't seen it, don't see it. Go into the movie as blind as possible. But the opening song, of course, is fantastic. The 96,000 song was my favorite set piece in the entire film. It was really well done. There's a song with Corey Hawkins and Leslie Grace's characters. There's not the last song they sing together, but the main one in the middle was really, really well done as well. Even Olga Merediz, Abuela's character, who is really the heart of the film. Again, she's Abuela, she's the grandmother, but she isn't related to any of the characters. She couldn't have kids, and all these kids look at her as their actual grandmother. And she really is one of the main hearts of the entire film. But again, the messaging's great. Generation to generation, got to keep telling these stories. And sometimes it's not a bad thing if you want to go out to Puerto Rico and do stuff, but it's also great and a good thing to stay in your community if that's where your life should be. And it's not a bad thing either way. And the film balances that well. So guys, my only issue with the film is that there's a mini plot that happens in a club scene, that one of our characters is not happy with one of our other characters. And for me, I didn't really buy the reasoning why that character was mad at our lead character. And there are sometimes too many songs. There's also the pacing. There's 1 or 2 spots where we go from super serious to a huge, elaborate, positive song number. And at times, not everything clicks, going from a dramatic scene to, hey, we're just going to go at a club and see some dancing stuff. At times, you have to adjust yourself 1 or 2 times during the film when you're like, oh my God, we're just going to go right into a song. But again, if you like musicals, you're going to love this movie. If you've seen the play, I think you're going to love this movie. And this is definitely one of my favorite movies of the year. I know a lot of people are saying that, but it's just one of the most fun times at the theater. The 2 hours, 23-minute runtime really flies by because there's so much color on screen, so much energy, so much authenticity. And it's a really well-directed, well-made film. Of course, Lin brings the music, the composer of the film, the writing of the story from as well. It's really, really amazing stuff. So overall, guys, I'm going to give In the Heights a 4.5 out of 5, a 90%. It is in my top 3 of the year, guys. It is in my top 3 of the year. I love this film. If you have HBO Max, I know that some of you don't want to go to a theater, but if you do feel safe or a little instinct that you want to go to a theater, this again is a movie theater movie. It's not, you got to watch this with an audience, people dancing, clapping. It's a really an audience experience. The actors and the people who work on the film are really promoting that you got to see this in the theater. And I do agree. If you want to see this movie in the best way possible, go to your local theater. If not, it is available on HBO Max with no extra cost for the next month. So that's my review of In the Heights. Again, one of my favorite movies of the year. Please, guys, please consider liking the video, subscribing, ringing the bell for notifications. Let me know your thoughts. Do you agree with me? Do you actually like the play better than the movie? Where do you sit on that? So I respond to every comment, so please consider commenting down below. Big reviews upcoming and big rankings as well in the coming week. So thank you guys for joining me on my channel. I'll see you guys very soon.